The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
Two, the male ego is the most sensitive and most dangerous thing the world has to offer.
Yes.
So I was very...
Just say that again one more time. Say that one more time.
The male ego is the most sensitive and dangerous thing in the world.
Hello, everyone. It's QueenVLionz back to you with another video. This video pertains to the one-sided ongoing saga between the Gotti brothers and Ashanti. Before I begin, it's best that I first highlight the accomplishments and many titles Ashanti has accomplished over her career within the entertainment business. Ashanti is a songwriter, singer, actor, author, producer, and owner and CEO of her label, Written Entertainment. Ashanti is a daughter and sibling, and most recently, a mother and spouse. Receiving her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame back in 2022, in addition to being a NAACP and Grammy Award winner. It should also be noted that Ashanti has set the Guinness World Record back in 2002 with her debut album Ashanti, when it sold over 503,000 copies within its first week in the US in April 2002. In the same week, she became the first female performer to simultaneously hold the top two places on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart with Foolish and What's Love with Fat Joe. Most recently, Chris Gotti, who is also a record executive, went on the podcast Keep It 100, where he continued dragging Ashanti's name in the mud. It should also be noted that Chris Gotti and the late Irv Gotti were executives and owners of the label Murder Inc. You will listen to this audio in which Chris Gotti makes the statement that Irv Gotti made Ashanti. And I will be back with my commentary.
He said, there was an interviewer who said, "Why do you always talk about Ashanti?" He said, "Bitch, because you always ask." Right. And Irv is a straight shooter. He's not going to fucking hide. He's like, that's why I talk about it, because everyone keeps talking about it.
What you want him to do?
And that's real. And it's like, she should understand that too. Yeah. Like if you're in the limelight, they asked the question. It wasn't little, it was big. Mm-hmm. And again, but it's for her to act like it ain't Murder Inc. that made her is or Irv made her. It's crazy.
Right.
She had 3 deals before him.
That ain't worked out.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, something with y'all chemistry worked out. Mm-hmm. Respect it. That's all. I'm not saying you have to talk about the nigga, but respect the magic that...
It would be foolish of me to not acknowledge the part in which the Gotti brothers helped Ashanti's success. It would be foolish of me not to acknowledge their influence in her success, it would be foolish. However, there is a however. Irv Gotti did not make Ashanti. It was God and her parents that made Ashanti. I'm so sick and tired of persons having the audacity of, after a falling out, having the audacity to telling persons, oh, I made you, I can break you, da 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 da. How dare you? It was Ashanti's talent, God-given talent, that put her from point A to point B. A lot of artists, when coming into the game, had several deals prior to their official deal with their record label. Sometimes an executive does not see an artist's vision. That's why they are not signed. Not everyone is signed right off the rip. What bothers me is that Ashanti is running rent-free in these clowns' head. And I need persons to understand that what Ashanti possesses, it is rare for someone to compose and write their own songs with limited or no assistance. It is rare, especially in the music business. Let's not act naive now that Irv Gotti is no longer here. That man was a vindictive person who, instead of giving his former artists, writers, producers the option of buying their master recordings or publishings, he sold it for an estimated $300 million, in which Universal Music Group owns half. That's according to Gotti, while the remaining $200 million from Iconical Class will be an investment for his upcoming projects. So it begs the question, what more do they want from Ashanti? You own the masters. You sold half to UMG, making it a harder hurdle for Ashanti, Lloyd, Ja Rule, and other artists and producers in gaining their master recordings. The fact that Chris Gotti is picking up where his late brother left by attacking Ashanti speaks volumes about his character as well. Let's not forget the RICO charge they picked up from the federal government, in which they later beat. It came at a cost to the artists, writers, and producers signed to the label. Ashanti at that time made court appearances as she was in production on an upcoming movie. In the contract, it stated she could not leave the country. But she came and supported the family. Let's not act foolish as Ashanti lost deals to the RICO charge. Okay? Let's not have amnesia now. The way the Gotti brothers are acting on Ashanti makes me wonder, why do they want to further damage the reputation of this once revered and respected label? This is my theory. Ashanti was the company's cash cow. And when she would no longer release music on their label, that's when they assumed authority over her, as if she is not a human being, as if her pen game is invalid, when in fact it aided careers and the label in the process. Ashanti is now a new mother, getting back on the road, working on new projects. And she could be coping with postpartum. She does not, I repeat, she does not need this unnecessary moment to potentially hurt her current or future deals. I'm so sick of this narrative shaming Black women's adventures, whether true or not. It's no one's business. The fact that these men are at ease throwing dirt on Ashanti's name speaks to the larger issue within the music business and entertainment business overall. We are continuously watching the attacks on Black women when they do not comply to a man's perceived power. And it needs to be called out. And shifting the attitudes to these types of behaviors and situations. We can't complain about others until we fix what's going on in our communities, in private and in public. I hope Ashanti's team is drafting some form of paperwork in which Chris Gotti, the Gotti estate, and any entity or person affiliated with the Gottis to stop speaking on Ashanti's name. Enough is enough. You can't have people continuously play with your name or brand. Ashanti worked with the Gotti brothers and they made a lot of money together and a lot of money off of her master recordings. With no gratitude or appreciation, it's safe to say this one-sided saga will continue until the Gotti family can no longer profit from Ashanti's work. I hope that Ashanti, Lloyd, Ja Rule, and the other artists, writers, and producers can come together to find a way to gain their master recordings. They're the ones that placed in that work. They're the ones that put in those long hours, writing, recording, producing, nonstop. They deserve their piece of the pie as well. Wishing Ashanti continued success and growth moving forward. I want persons who come across this video to understand you are valuable, and there are persons out there who are willing to drag you down with them the minute you do not comply. Protect your gift, protect your peace, protect your energy. Protect Black women should not only be a slogan, but an active duty in public and in private. I thank you all for watching, and as always, please be safe out here, and I will see you in the next video.